Hello and welcome to another episode of Dumpster Diving with Frugal Mommy. I'm here to make my joy and pleasure your joy and pleasure. Let's take a look inside that dumpster. Okay, there we go. I wonder what that big bag is. Is that tortilla chips? I don't know. There's a huge bag of something that looks like trash. I see chicken down there. Okay. Alrighty, let's dive right in. Here's a new spatula. It's wet from the rainwater, but I like spatulas that are all one piece so the blade doesn't come unattached. So we'll get a box started. We got some dog biscuits. We have some roses here. I think I can get a little more life out of them. Yep. Tortilla chips. Ooh. More pink roses. Ooh, red roses. Wait, there's a whole box of baguettes. And they look good. I don't see any mold on them or anything. Right, what else? Cookie cereal. Yeah. Non-fat vanilla Greek yogurt looks okay. Oof. Whipped cream cheese to go with our mini bagels. We have a little house plant. More cream cheese. Big package of chicken breasts. Here's a little blob of some sort of meat. I was thinking it was beef, but then I saw, oh, there's a little pig on it, so probably not cow. A couple of decent-looking bananas. We have a bunch of bags of limes, each of which has some moldy ones, but I think we can throw out the moldy and keep the good. Ooh, 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 ooh. Pickles. I love pickles. Ooh, look, little singles of chicken salad. Frugal Daddy loves this chicken salad, so that'll be a nice treat for him. Okay, what's this? Something that looks like juice boxes, fruit punch. Gotta clean off that packaging though. Okay, I think that's good. It's time to find out. To jump. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Okay. Now I just need to load everything in the back of the car. Here we go! So I mentioned the other day being afraid of birds, and a couple of viewers asked me to share my why I'm afraid of birds story. Okay. I've never been super fond of birds or particularly intrigued by them, and I think it's the sharp beak that I find rather off-putting, because I have this sense that every bird would like to use that sharp beak to peck my eye out. But what really did it for me was when I was attacked by some geese. The year was 1985. The setting, a park in London, England. So it was my senior year in college. I was spending the semester in Edinburgh, and before I went up to Edinburgh to start my program, I spent a few weeks in London doing the standard college student youth hostel tourist scene, hanging out in London, which was fantastic. My favorite place on earth. Loved it so much. So, we would get our breakfast at the youth hostel and maybe go to a restaurant for supper, but for lunch, what I would do was go to Harrods, just because I loved wandering through the food halls. I mean, talk about a mecca for a food lover. Oh my God. Love the food halls. So I would go to the food halls and I would buy some cheese, some sliced turkey, a tomato. I had some buns, sandwich buns, and some mustard. And I would go to a park and make myself a little sandwich. And other than my jar of mustard, nothing really needed to be refrigerated. I would get just enough each day to make a sandwich, and then maybe go to a street vendor for some fruit. So I was sitting in the park. I was not on a bench. I was sitting down on my butt in the grass, making my little sandwich. And there was a little pond there, and there were some geese over there, and all that's great. I was sitting cross-legged, what we used to call Indian style in the U.S. before we learned not to call Native Americans Indians, but we called it Indian style, but cross-legged. Okay, cross-legged, just say it, cross-legged. I had my sandwich bun open and sitting in two pieces on my leg, and I was getting the mustard. I had a spoon, actually, a plastic spoon, to spread the mustard on the bread. I noticed out of my peripheral vision that these geese were coming closer and closer and closer. And then I looked at them and I noticed out of my real vision, they were really coming at me. And I thought, okay, well, they're probably kind of tame. They're in a park. They're used to getting fed by people who eat in the park, who toss them little pieces of bread by other tourists, whatever. I didn't realize at first how bold and aggressive these geese were going to be. And they just kept coming at me. I mean, they came right up to me, and this geese came, I mean, it was like a herd of them, and the leader came over and snatched one of the pieces of sandwich roll off my leg. And I thought, wow, that was bold and rude. It really freaked me out, because when you're sitting down on your butt, cross-legged, you're like face to face with a goose. I mean, that's a big bird, and there are more of them coming at me. So I squealed, possibly screamed, and jumped up, and I had the plastic spoon with mustard on it in my hand, so I threw it, which was a very good and clever diversionary tactic, because they thought I was throwing food to them, and they all ran over to the spoon, which gave me a chance to gather up all my stuff and jump up and hightail it out of goose zone. As I was making my retreat, I noticed, oh, besides me and the geese, there's lots of people in the park. There are people on the benches, people going for walks, people enjoying the scenery, and of course, they're all looking at me because I screamed when I was being so brutally attacked by the geese, and they're all just watching and laughing, but not helping. Did anybody come to my rescue when I was being attacked by a goose? I mean, I was really scared. That goose had murder in his eyes. He was going for the eye. If I hadn't thrown that mustard spoon, he was going for the eye. Needless to say, that shook me considerably, and since then, I have really been pretty afraid of geese and birds in general. Geese are extremely aggressive when they choose to be. We have a friend who's got chickens, and we were looking at the chickens once in his backyard, and he said, oh, you want to hold a chicken? Do you want to pet it? I was like, oh my God, no. No. A little tiny baby chick I will hold in my hand and pet it, because it's little and fluffy and cute and little. But, oh my God, a full-grown chicken with a sharp beak with murder in its eyes? And they all have murder in their eyes. Oh, I don't think so. No, sir. No. Just not a huge fan of birds. So that's it. That's my story of why I'm afraid of birds. Because they made me be afraid. Have you hit the thumbs up button yet? All right, dumpsterinos, we're home. We're on the kitchen floor. Let's take a look at all the dumpster booty. We've got the 4 bouquets of flowers, this huge 24-ounce bag of tortilla strips, plus our new little spatula, the dill pickles, the Greek yogurt, the plant, 2 whipped cream cheeses, a pack of 4 chicken salad singles, dog biscuits, a 5-pound bag of very large potatoes, 2 bananas, 6 baguettes. That's my favorite part of this haul, of course. I never met a carb I didn't like. Broken plate, culprit on the counter. No, not an unbreakable plate. Great, just great, just great. The bag of mini bagels, some limes, cookie cereal, which is not spelled correctly, 4 huge Honeycrisp apples, 2 packages of chicken breasts, the 8-pack of fruit punch drink boxes, and a blob of mystery pig. All right, Thanks for watching, guys. You are the best. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, stay happy, stay out of jail, stay in the dumpster, and stay you, because I love you the